So we all know that humans cannot regenerate tissue after injury. But there is a species in nature that can regenerate almost every single organ after tissue damage, and zebrafish is one of them.
We took advantage of the zebrafish as a model system to study these macrophages because they're transparent, so we can actually watch these cells in live embryos as they respond to tissue injury.
So we wanted to know how the zebrafish can regenerate almost every organ and we cannot.
We're specifically studying sensory organs in the skin of the fish, which detect water motion.
To better understand why the immune system is so important for the regeneration process, I like to use this really simple analogy. So imagine that your house is hit by a tornado. So what do you have to do? So the first step that you have to do is to clean up all the debris. And that's what the macrophages do first. They clean up the debris, make sure that the water is turned off, make sure that the electricity is turned off, make sure that the gas is turned off, so you don't cause more damage. Then you need to start the repair process. So you need to rebuild the house little by little. But just having the walls and the top is not going to make your house livable. So the third role of the immune cells is going to be to make your house functionable. So what you have to do is to reconnect, for instance, the electricity, or you have to reconnect the water, which could be, for instance, the blood vessels for certain organs. You have to reconnect the electricity, which could be the wiring of the synapses with your sensory cells. And so you need to have these three steps that the immune system is really at the core of the regulation of this process. So we identified the cocktail of molecules that instructs the macrophages, a kind of immune cells, to regenerate the sensory organ in zebrafish.
So as sensory organs or other tissues die after injury, these immune cells are being attracted by signals from these dying cells. And in turn, these immune cells will then signal back to these tissues that should regenerate and, for example, tell them to proliferate.
There is this new way of thinking about regeneration that stems from the idea that if we can understand how the immune system controls all the regenerative tasks in a regenerative species, such as the zebrafish, we could apply this knowledge to unlock the regenerative potential of humans.